Game 6. Welcome to Buffalo, where the Bills take on the Chicago Bears. It is April the 15th, 2025. The Bears got a new right guard, Zach Martin, in free agency, and the Bills quarterback will be Drake May. Let's see how it goes.
Johnson now to return. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Damn.
So here come the Bills for their opening drive. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, second year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Another one for Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The Bears bringing out an extra defensive back or two. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's May. Completes beyond the marker. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo.
Same old Bears.
The Bills take a 6-0 lead right away. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked 1st overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making. You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw in a double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up Look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down, here's Swift. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They run too much.
And once again, he doesn't
Most teams pass the ball with the Bears. Look like they want to run.
Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Go first.
Pass Bryant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Go deep.
Put one of the tight ends in motion.
They run the ball.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
As you know, Buffalo lost Josh Allen through free agency. It's already a winner. He's in the playoffs.
Want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Brought in right side.
1st down.
This is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. One in behind center with Swift. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there.
Buffalo don't look good defensively.
Just get the 1st down. Got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Oh, he got free.
Throw the ball away.
They're going to get there, and they drop him.
In real life, you got to have more awareness.
Cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
Exactly.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the shotgun again to Swift. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
4-yarder from that right hash. Carney's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Okay.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Johnson now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment.
Harmar? Isn't that a shopping center in Minneapolis?
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down, May. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he gets him around 6 there. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Running back sent in motion. May on 1st and 10. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
May now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking Amari Cooper's way there. And that brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be Bears football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They run with Swift. Runs rapid forward, but won't get beyond the line. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. No progress on first down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Going to run again with Swift. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. New set of downs for him from the 46. They're on the counter with Swift. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Williams on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. When you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. And even on 3rd down, he
Wow.
has no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they had that one contained right at the line. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Bills with a long field ahead. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. May now from the gun. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That sharp with a nice 21 yards. Yeah, that's good for a Bills 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, here's May. Complete to Coleman. And he crosses midfield before going out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Going play action, May.
Oh.
There's a man there. It's intercepted.
Uh-oh.
And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this game.
You know, Kate, so often they say that defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, right, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. They're going to start just inside of enemy territory following that pick.
He got to score a touchdown. He can't keep going down with 6s.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, Williams. Into traffic, complete. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. He's on the move.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense.
I think the Bears, if they lose this game, we'll draft a new quarterback. And they will also get a draft pick, maybe 2 of them. I think they're getting 2.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw, Williams escapes the pocket.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's gonna run.
Uh-oh. Penalty.
Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd.
So that should have been a penalty.
Pocket for what's left of this half.
As soon as we start talking about him getting a new quarterback, he makes a big play. That's what he does.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now Williams. Pass caught by Adunze. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Gained 6 yards for the Bears.
It's craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Just don't hold on to. Wait a minute, don't you have a timeout left?
Williams will look to throw.
You got to do the hurry up.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I don't understand this game.
The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It's first down, you got 2-3 plays you can go with.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Go to end zone. That's all you got.
From the red zone now.
Too high. And where was he throwing?
To the end zone and out of bounds.
Oh, my God.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to
Very off.
And keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Exactly.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
No, they got to get something.
Sticking in the air. It's Williams.
Too much time. He's wasting too much time. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
The Bears.
Take the lead just before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Looks
it
like
really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Hey, the 18. Amazing. Buffalo, they really need their quarterback.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT.
First possession, they was good, but then after that,
point is
nada.
Up, and it is good. The Bears push their lead to 3. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break.
I don't know why they thought.
A final throw before the break. He's going deep this time. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bears in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando.
I don't even know why they have Jonathan Coachman
Thanks
there.
very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Bass now to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
Ooh.
This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even in
Let's get it done.
Still waiting for
of this game. Yeah.
to take charge.
Let's go.
These defenses are making every yard tough.
I don't think I've advertised
series tough, and
or
offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly,
talked about the
sharpen up.
game last season.
First down throw by
I'm watching
Williams.
each one of these games now.
Completed here to Komet. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. He's got it on the bootleg.
Nice play. If you can get it done.
Flushed out of the pocket.
Uh-oh.
He'll step up, and there he goes.
That should be penalties.
14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I think I have to raise the
As
penalties.
these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So let the record state that I'm raising the penalties because that should have been a penalty.
Williams to throw on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was hoping to get that one to Allen. And it's going to be 2nd down.
He's pissed he didn't catch that ball. You need a bright receiver?
Before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there.
Got to keep passing the ball.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up
Y'all play
3rd
too
and 8.
conservative. They got a decent defense.
On the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down. Here's Williams.
Screen.
He's
Got the first. No. That's close.
But they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much
They
as
going for it?
camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field.
They going for it?
I promise you, some
Quarterback
will
sneak?
follow.
Who knows? He's going to pass it. Got it first.
Finds him beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Swift gets it on the option. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
The Bears lose. They fire the
Gain
coach.
here after a gain of only 1.
They have a new coach next season.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Throw on 3rd down.
He done.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That looked like him.
There's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
From the 21. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're set up at the 35 now. They motion the tight end over. To the air on 1st down, May. He's got this complete to James Cook. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's May.
Ooh.
Quick slant here into the hands of Cooper.
Mari
Down to
Cooper.
the 44-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To the air yet again, May.
Uh-oh.
This will be caught by Cooper.
Touchdown,
And he
Bills.
takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The
Bills.
grab the lead on their first series of the half. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4.
Bears keep running the ball.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series.
I think they're going to go quarterback, offensive line.
After they were forced to punt it away.
If he can't win this game, they're going to go and draft a quarterback. Will be Pat Mahomes. Get another offensive lineman. The Bears will be very good next season.
They'll get this drive started.
Especially with new offensive plays. He's not going to have the same coach.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man, it's Swift. He's got a gain of 6 there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32.
Yeah.
It's going to be caught by Everett. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Williams on the play action. Allen there to haul it in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. So we're through 3 here. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. After a good
4th quarter.
they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Williams. Vacates quickly left side. He's going to keep it this time. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
It just seemed forever that they were going down the field trying to score a touchdown.
Now, 7 to go.
I got a chance to be down by 1 or up by 3.
From the 24. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Nope.
On the right side. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th and 3, drive on the line. He'll run it with Swift. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Bills and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. May looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning him from the slot right. Going play action, May. He finds Kincaid. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds Kincaid. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shakir sent in motion left. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. Execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills up by 4. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Everybody Nobody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. Now here he goes. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here he is to throw. Allen on the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Back to throw. Escapes the pocket.
Gotta get out of bounds, kid.
Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
Field goal won't help.
Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Caleb got to do it, or the Bears will be having a new quarterback in season number 3.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
They're going to have a new coach and new plays.
Setting up to pass.
Out of bounds.
Catch made by Allen.
If Buffalo lose this one, they will be drafting a quarterback themselves.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams.
I'm short passes. This is,
He had it for a moment, but a great
you can't throw short passes in the middle.
When we
It's
look
just-
back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really,
Pause.
from the first snap to this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
4th down.
Throw caught
I
by
think
his
they came over, right?
I call this quarterback's
That's
best
4th
friend.
3 now.
Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And
Two
he's able to
heartbreaking
get this
losses
down
for
to
the poor
36.
Bears.
Now
That's
the
a shame.
offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Why y'all going into the huddle? I mean, okay. I gotta go. No huddle.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Trying to push it deep downfield.
Oh my God!
And he will score and give them
The
lead in
Bears
final
will
minutes.
keep their head coach.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the
Oh
lead
my
here in the
God.
final minutes.
Kirkle,
Incredible
chill.
execution. The moment not too big for any of them.
Buffalo.
And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Y'all gonna be on the road next year if y'all don't come back and win. And there's not much time on the clock to do that. Nice play. Fans are so
Pretty
quiet.
important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game.
Bills Mafia not feeling good right now.
For the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field, I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Frustration.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep.
Well, they're going to run it back anyway. That's what they kick it in the end zone like that anyway. Wow, what an upset. It's not really an upset.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Here's May.
Oh my God.
Gets this to Kincaid.
Are you kidding me?
And he breaks into enemy territory.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but
They got two timeouts too. They can go for the win.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis.
What's he doing? Playing for overtime?
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That was stupid. Pass the ball.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Oh my God.
Now run by Cook. And he's caught behind the
If they
line
lose.
for a loss. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout.
How about they're stupid. Wait till 1 second left.
Big moment for Tyler Bass here. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Looking good, and it's through.
Wow.
And in the final
Overtime coming up.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. Now, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it'll be for the game winner.
Bass now to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the
They're
return.
going to probably throw it. Maybe.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Running ball.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Bears about set for their next possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Williams set to pass. Brought in right side by Moore.
Missed
He'll
tackle.
be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
He fires one deep down the middle.
Oh,
He's
my
got it
God.
deep downfield. And in for the Chicago touchdown.
It real like
Anyone is
the
still
game
down
would be
that
open.
This guy has an NFL caliber arm, Brock. Add that to the list of highlights he can use in his defense. That was an NFL throw.
And got to be such a confidence builder. Yes, the game is faster. Yes, the windows are smaller. But when you execute with precision, touchdowns can follow.
Santos now for the extra point. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Back to the air. It's May. Complete to Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kid, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw for May. Connects with Cook. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
To the air yet again, May. Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11.
Time running out.
And that's good for a Bills first
For the
down.
Bills.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ball at the 33 for first down. May now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
May trying again here on 2nd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Going play action, May. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it down to a single point. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills tie this game up.
The Bills make me wanna shout.
Now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Williams to throw on 1st. And he goes down. The Bills got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's the connection to Odunze. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime.
Wait, Buffalo scored? Do that double overtime.
Lanes. They've got a dime look here on 3rd down. Here he is to throw.
Uh-oh.
That one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
They'll bring out the punter here. And in overtime, this has to be struck well.
Plenty of time.
Finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Bills will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. May on 1st and 10. He wants a heater, go deep, middle of the field.
That's a drop, ain't it?
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Man in motion here. On play action, here's May. Complete to Coleman. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout, as they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing now.
No picks. Oh, God. It's over.
Get there and they drop him. And the defense defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think it's
I
overtime
think
after
his
this.
decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They'll send out the punting unit. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. And he gets it away from his end zone. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Bears are going to be set up with some great field position. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Williams from the gun. The catch out left.
Can go for a field goal.
This down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now
And
they'll
win
call
it.
a timeout with 3 seconds to go, setting us up for one final snap in this overtime. Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. Now they'll call a timeout with 3 seconds to go, setting us up for one final snap in this overtime. And the kick team comes on. A chance to win it here in overtime. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. The kick is off the mark, no good.
Wow.
And we're gonna keep playing on in OT. So we still can't decide a winner in this one. Let's
2 overtimes.
reset that clock and do it all over again. What do you say? Another overtime is coming your way.
Who gets the ball? The Bills.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's May. Coleman with the grab.
Big play,
That
big play.
tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and just 2 to go.
Oh my God. Give it to Cook.
They go play action here.
Oh, they didn't.
Completely
Uh-oh.
on the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
The Bears are going to be they lose. They're going to have a new quarterback, new plays, new coach.
It's just possible that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Wait, is that a
You
message?
gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that,
This thing
runs
didn't
like
even
that,
speak for me.
set the
I mean,
table for everything else in
I don't
the
know if that
playbook.
was a message or what.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
I'm gonna head to sleep after this.
Again, it's Cook. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 yards to bring
Why
up
did
a
my thing
manageable
speak?
3rd
Oh,
and 1.
I got my thing off.
Fans love the long ball in
My
baseball. It's like
chat
the
is
home run
off.
derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot.
Wait a minute, they finna win it?
Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length.
That's it?
It may not be a home run, it may
If
not
they win it?
score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Wow. Bears, they need the arse whooped. They had this game.
Second time they brought him out for a few
And they're going
minutes.
to lose their coach.
He's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of
Caleb
different ways on the
Williams
field. That's the best way
is going to be off. He's going to be on another
Bills
team.
Come away with the win. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect.
And the
win
Bears
the
gonna have
game.
some new
His
plays
aim was
next
true
season.
to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew,
How come Buffalo ain't playing
Scott
that-
saying
they-
so long
they
for
song?
this one. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.
Well, I'm going to knock myself out. Then I have to head to work. This is a shame, Bears. Y'all had it. Oh, wait. That's real life. That's a shame. Let me see something here. Oh, that's why I couldn't do that. Here we go. I want to see the stats. Wow, Drake made 365 yards. 3 touchdowns. Caleb Williams, 3 touchdowns. Swift had that much. Cook had that much. And the Bears still lost. I know what the Bears' problem was. They ran the ball too much. That is Amari Cooper. Well, that's it. I got to head on to the bed now. And hopefully, tomorrow, hopefully do it again. So long, everybody.